Prime Minister attends inaugural Africa CARICOM Summit, continues vaccine mobilization and public education campaign, and remembers 3 outstanding Jamaicans. You're watching Jamaica House Weekly. I'm Anthony Morgan. The National COVID-19 Vaccination Operationalization Task Force is now in force. The task force held its first meeting recently, where work started to streamline the national vaccination program. The group will liaise with the Ministry of Health and Wellness to scale up the public and private sector vaccination initiative. It's expected that the program will become more efficient, seamless, and accessible for all Jamaicans.
A large factor that accounts for why people don't come out and take the vaccine is the convenience issue. The main objective, therefore, is them to reduce the wait time and make it more convenient. If you unpack that, then you would want to have more sites open more regularly, and sites that are in close proximity to population centers and sites that are easily accessible. If you go a little bit deeper, it means we need more vaccinators to man the sites.
Led by Professor Gordon Shirley, the task force comprises the Ministry of Health's Permanent Secretary Dunstan Bryan and Chief Medical Officer Dr. Jacqueline Bisesa-McKenzie. Other members include Office of the Prime Minister Consultant Alok Jain and Colonel Markland Lloyd of the Jamaica Defence Force. Businessman Peter Miledo, former Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sheila Campbell-Forrester, and Professor Lloyd Waller of the University of the West Indies round out the task force.
This summit is the fulfillment of the vision of Garvey, Mandela, Nkrumah, Nyerere, and other Pan-Africanists who spoke of the manifest potential and greatness to be achieved from unified engagement.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness's rallying call at the inaugural Africa CARICOM Summit held virtually last Tuesday. Under the theme Unity Across Continents and Oceans, Mr. Holness urged participants to unleash the untapped potential available within Africa and the diaspora in the Caribbean.
There are indeed real prospects for exchanges in sports, culture, education, tourism, and commerce between our regions to improve economic benefits and enhance people-to-people connections. This would narrow the geospatial and psychological separation, reclaim our historical connections, and celebrate ourselves as members of the African diaspora.
On Wednesday, the Prime Minister visited several Kingston and St. Andrew communities to ramp up support for the island's national vaccination program.
The only way for us to come out of this, both the country and your household and your family and your community, is for us to develop immunity. Immunity is the strong fence against the virus coming into our population. If you are immune, and you are immune, and you are immune, and you are immune, Corona can't come through our fence.
Up to September 10, over 613,000 doses of COVID-19 vaccines were administered. This means the state is on track to dispense the 700,000 doses targeted for the end of September. And while urging persons to take the jab, Mr. Holness said the government was not making the vaccine mandatory. The Prime Minister said before any consideration was given to that mandate, the state would have had to exhaust all measures to properly inform the nation about the benefits of the vaccine.
So that we are not just jumping over the rights of the people, right, without them being properly informed as to why it is being done. So my being here, moving around, driving around, talking to people, is to ensure that I can show to a court of law or anyone who will be critical of any mandate, or as you call it, mandate or compulsory vaccination, we would be able to show that the government exhausted a program of public education.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness extended condolences to the families and friends of 3 Jamaican stalwarts who passed away over the weekend. On Friday, Jamaica's first public defender, Howard Hamilton, died at age 85. Mr. Holness described Hamilton's 60 years of service as an inspiration for many in the legal profession. On Saturday, Mr. Holness remembered Dr. Rose Davies as one of Jamaica's most outstanding early childhood education specialists. Dr. Davies is the former head of the Institute of Education at the University of the West Indies, Mona, and was bestowed the Order of Distinction Commander Class. And on Sunday, Prime Minister Holness expressed a deep sadness at the passing of the songbird of Jamaica, Karen Smith. Mr. Holness remembered Smith as one of the most gifted cabaret performers who truly captured the essence of what it means to light up a room. And that's it for Jamaica House Weekly. Be sure to join us next time for more of the news stories coming out of the office of the Prime Minister.